Hello anime fans, this is your friend Naruto Lore Vault. And we are back with a new fanfic. Today's fanfic is super exciting. Which is what if Naruto had his parents? Part 1. Before I start, please do support for more amazing content and comments for next part. And if you enjoy this fanfic, then don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more awesome stories like this. So without wasting any more time, let's jump straight into the fanfic. In another timeline, everything went differently the night the Nine Tails attacked the Hidden Leaf Village. Minato Namikaze, the fourth Hokage, and Kushina Uzumaki didn't die. They survived. Barely, but they lived long enough to raise their son. When the Nine Tails was sealed, Minato didn't use the Reaper Death Seal. Instead, he and Kushina performed a modified Uzumaki sealing technique, one that split the Nine Tails chakra into two halves. The yin half was sealed inside Minato himself, and the yang half inside baby Naruto. Both survived, but the cost was heavy. The attack left the village scarred, but the Hokage and his wife became legends overnight, the heroes who defeated the Nine Tails and saved Konoha. And in the middle of it all was their newborn son, Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. From the very beginning, Naruto's life was completely different. He wasn't the lonely boy wandering through the streets, ignored by everyone. He was the Hokage's son, a symbol of hope. But that didn't mean his path was easy. Minato refused to let Naruto live a spoiled life. Being my son doesn't make you strong, he would often say. You have to earn that strength yourself. Naruto began training at a young age. By the time he turned 6, he could already form basic seals and had learned how to sense chakra like his mother. Kushina would often scold him for being reckless, but behind her fiery words was deep pride. She saw the same determination in him that once lived in her. Still, being the Hokage's son had its challenges. Many villagers expected greatness from him. Whenever he failed, whispers followed, he's the fourth son, and he can't even do a clone jutsu. Those words hurt Naruto deeply, but Minato always reminded him, a true ninja isn't measured by talent, but by perseverance. Naruto took those words to heart. He trained harder than anyone his age. Under Kushina's guidance, he learned chakra control and sealing arts from the Uzumaki clan. Under Minato's watch, he practiced taijutsu, shuriken throwing, and basic ninjutsu. The combination of his parents' teachings gave him a balance few could match, calm intelligence from his father and fiery spirit from his mother. By the time Naruto entered the Ninja Academy, he was already stronger and more disciplined than most students. Sasuke Uchiha still existed, driven by his own family's expectations, but now he saw Naruto not as a fool but as a rival. Sakura admired Naruto's confidence, though she'd never admit it aloud. Iruka, his teacher, often looked at Naruto with awe, not because of who his parents were, but because of how hard he worked despite the pressure of that name. Naruto still had the Nine Tails sealed within him, and sometimes, when he lost his temper, the red chakra would flicker. But with his parents' help, he learned to control it early. Kushina would sit with him for hours, teaching him meditation and control. She'd place her hand on his chest and say, "This power isn't a curse, Naruto. It's a gift, but only if you use it to protect others." Naruto's childhood was filled with warmth, training, and the laughter of family. He often visited the Hokage's office, sneaking snacks while Minato worked on missions. The entire village watched him grow with admiration. They no longer saw the child as the Nine Tails vessel, they saw him as the son of the Yellow Flash and the red hot-blooded habanero. When Naruto turned 12, he graduated from the academy at the top of his class, alongside Sasuke. But unlike the rivalry filled with anger and loneliness in the original timeline, this Naruto and Sasuke shared mutual respect. Their rivalry was friendly, two geniuses, both driven by their families' legacies. Minato personally assigned Kakashi Hatake to lead Team 7, believing that his calm discipline would keep Naruto grounded. Before their first mission, Minato told Kakashi quietly, "Don't go easy on him just because he's my son. Treat him like any other shinobi." Naruto overheard that, and smiled. That was exactly what he wanted. He didn't want to live in his father's shadow. He wanted to surpass him. During their first mission outside the village, Naruto's leadership skills began to shine. He wasn't reckless or immature. He was confident, decisive, and fiercely protective of his teammates. Even Kakashi noticed. He's got Minato's mind, he thought, but Kushina's heart. By the end of that mission, Naruto had already done something incredible. He had begun to master the Rasengan, his father's signature jutsu. It took him months of patience and practice, but every time he struggled, Minato stood beside him, smiling softly. "You're doing great, Naruto. You're faster than I was at your age." When Naruto finally formed a perfect Rasengan for the first time, the sphere glowed brighter than ever, infused not just with chakra, but with love, training, and legacy. At that moment, both his parents realized something. Naruto wasn't just their son, he was becoming a shinobi who would one day surpass them both.